Nathan Pratt.
Talk loud.
I'll tell you a couple Jay stories. I mean, Jay's been, seeing Jay his whole life has been interesting.
You gotta yell.
All right.
Use your Zephyr voice.
All right. I was the kid at the Zephyr shop. That was me. And I wasn't the best skateboarder. I was the next to the worst skateboarder on the team, probably. Maybe Big Al and I were like the bottom of the barrel. But we were on the surf team. It was Al and me, Stacy, Chris Cahill, and then Tony and Jay came on the team. And we were the first 6 kids on the team. And we had our beige t-shirts with the Zephyr surf team on the back. We used to wear the movies. And Jay was probably 13, maybe we were 16 at the time. And we had cars we could drive. So Jay's mom, Fellaine, used to always say, Nathan, watch out for Jay when we'd go to the contest together. So I always have to like keep an eye on Jay, which, as you know, is a project and a half. We go to Sambo's, you unscrew all the salt lids off the shakers, you know, people turn them over, funny stuff like that. But so that was kind of like the early years, and then we did the the whole skate scene, and that whole thing blew up. But Jay was really at his core a surfer, and always surfing was really the primary thing. I mean, I kind of retired off the skateboard team after a couple years and just started my surfboard business and all that. And then when Jay came back from jail, he was surfing with some of my riders, Dan McClure, John McClure, Randy Wright, Solo Scott, all those guys. And those guys started the whole aerial surfing thing. I mean, really, John McClure and Jay, those 2 guys really started this whole thing that became modern surfing. So it went from, 60s skating, and I mean, one little thing, it's not directly with Jay, but if you really, the 4 main trends in skateboarding have all started here. There was the 60s with the Hobie, Makaha stand-up stuff. Then there was the 70s surf skate with the Z-Boys and all of us. Then it went to the ramp with Christian Asoy. Right here, best ramp rider in the world ever, right from here. And then it went to the street skating with Jesse Martinez and Nada. And those are really the 4 main styles of skateboarding that have ever been invented. Everything else since then is a combination of those 4 styles. So Jay was really the integral piece to the surf style. I mean, he really had that just unique ability. No matter what he touched, it was great, And even when he came back after spending time away, he got right back into shape again. He was skating great in the 80s. People don't realize Jay skated great all the time. 70s, 80s, 90s, now. He's always been a good skateboarder. Even, at 30 pounds overweight, he still could rip it and hit the coping,
Hey, we all are.
I know, it's an endless battle, it's ongoing. But so Jay was a continuum through it all. He would go and he'd come. He was involved with the whole Z-Boy project more recently. And then one thing I want to bring up that really no one ever talks about Jay was super smart. He was really a brilliant person. He was not educated, did not go to school, he had a million things working against him. But that guy was sharp as a tack. You talk to Jay got the point right off the bat. I mean, there are other guys that people think are smarter, but they weren't smarter than Jay, actually. It was kind of an interesting thing, So Jay was always had a positive spirit. No matter what you did, no matter what was going on, Jay would see the good side of it. He'd pump you up. Surfing in Hawaii, he'd go, let's take off, let's go out, let's go do it. So Jay was always on the upside of life, even though he himself saw obviously many of the downsides of life. So for someone who really had the best in him at all times, it was something that I think, that's why people love Jay. I think that's why everybody's here. We all love Jay because Jay was just on. Jay was up. Jay was good. Jay was always wanting to do good shit. And even when he was messed up and in his bad years, he came out of it. And he ended, they always say it doesn't really matter where you begin as much as where you end.
Yeah.
And where Jay ended was in a good spot. Good spot in his life. Yeah. Good spot in everything. So that's my 2 cents worth on Jay. If you want to talk stories, I got a billion of them.
Yeah, Nathan.
Hey.
I wanted to tell a story that, Nathan had a big part in this and this is a Venice, Santa Monica Pride story, so whatever. If it seems a little boasty, whatever. These guys from Hermosa Beach came down and challenged us to a surf contest, our team. We had 15 guys. We went to their spot, Hermosa Beach Pier, with our team. Half skate team, half surf team, but pretty much the Zephyr competition team. Jeff Host spearheaded it. Skip Engblom basically managed it. Sarlo, John Baum, Nathan Pratt, the list goes on. Jay, by the middle of this meet, there was 15 of them and 15 of us. At pretty much number 8 or 9, they conceded and gave us the contest. Basically, we kicked their ass ass at their home break.
They had ringers in their team.
And then they had Tim Wyrick, Mike Purpose, Terry Stevens, the list goes on. They had all these so-called shredders at their local spot. We came from Dogtown, 15 guys, shut their ass down and took over. Then we decided to invite them to a party. So we're like, oh, come on, let's go party, you guys. That was great. They go, fuck you, here's your money. Get your fucking keg of beer and get the fuck out of town. We just looked at him and went like, whatever, dude. That's right. Out of here. And we walked out there with pride, not with our tails tucked. And we know to this day that that spirit still lives in this neighborhood. And if anybody wants to come down here and mess with one bean, they get the whole burrito.